making this all about me, but that's kind of what I do. I was delighted by everything that happened, except you losing your job.
I will tell you, and this is honest, the only consolation I took during that period was that you were happy.
You know, I refer to that period as the golden age of television, really.
The period when I lost The Tonight Show.
Yes.
That brief week-and-a-half period, for you, is the golden age of broadcasting.
Yes, that's right.
Conan O'Brien on CBS's Late Show with David Letterman. All laughing around them, but it's no secret that... Well, let's go to the moment you got The Tonight Show. That moment is the holy grail of comedy in America.
Right.
When you got it, is that how you felt? I mean, given all that had happened to you before, did you feel, this is it, I've got my 20-year plan now worked out for me?
Yeah, probably on some level you think this is going to be fantastic, and then there's another level where they announced it, it was this strange, now clearly absurd plan that was announced, 5 years ahead of time. Like one of Stalin's...
They're quite extraordinary.
Stalin's grain production plans for the Soviet Union. It was like, this will happen, that's just not how television works. So in retrospect, now, you realize it's a strange thing to have this weird handover.
As it crept nearer that cutoff point,
right,
and you could see that Leno's ratings were still pretty good, and he's still number one, did you start to think, this is going to be tricky? Whatever happens, this is going to be an odd... psychological thing, because the guy leaving isn't leaving as a failure. He's leaving because he has to contractually.
Right. Well, the thing I'd say there is I don't know Tonight Show host has left. That was not the reason for any of them going. Johnny, I think the concept was in the network and everybody, no one was expecting that to change. I certainly wasn't expecting that to change for Jay. And I don't think that was necessarily the motivation. It was... let's move on to the next generation. But
so was that the greatest moment of your career, landing The Tonight Show?
Well, no. I don't think so. No, because I think obviously in retrospect, there was this announcement, and then it never, it never feel like it really did happen.
Because it took 5 years for it actually to happen.
It took 5 years, and then was there for a few months, and then there was a plan to maybe shift this later and have him come back, and it all seemed so silly. I'm honestly happier now. I'm honestly, this feels to me now like a greater achievement for me anyway, because I'm doing exactly the show I want to do. I'm doing it with people that I love, and we get to do it our way, and we're with these amazing partners at Turner. So for me, this actually feels like more of an achievement.
And also, this is where I guess all the catastrophes you'd had to endure in your earlier career, you could put it in some perspective that actually you'd always bounce back to something better. Throughout your career, the pattern has always been, something's gone wrong, and then boom.
Yeah, I think, someone said to me, I think it was my dad, said if you read any biography, my dad and I both love history, if you read any biography of a great figure or a great historical figure, there's always a lot, if you cut to the middle of the book, there's always a lot of trouble. Like Churchill, there's lots of disappointment, there's lots of, and not that I'm a great figure or whatever would be, but there should be, in a good career, there should be a lot of challenges. And so I would honestly not really change anything that happened. It's been fascinating. It brought me to where I am now, which I love. What
did your parents say to you when it ended?
They don't follow the news. They think I'm still hosting The Tonight Show. They think I'm doing a lovely job. They're very confused.
Do you feel more free, more liberated?
Yeah, definitely.
At TBS, because it seems to me you are. When I go on your show,
they let me do whatever I want.
Yeah, you have sort of a lot of autonomy, don't you?
Yeah, we are partnered with Turner on this, and it's a fantastic opportunity to, first of all, they encourage us to travel the show constantly. We've already been to New York and Chicago. We've traveled twice in 1 year, which is unheard of for these shows. And they've also they've been amazing partners in helping us build what I think is a new kind of talk show, where we have an incredible social network presence, and we're also able to have this show that's I think a very funny show, but also a show that is having a dialogue with our audience. We're actually talking to our audience. They can talk back to us through the social network. They can sometimes affect what happens on the show. So in that way, I think it's been really thrilling, you know, creatively for the last 2 years.
Let's take another break. I want to come back and talk about some of your greatest hits as a talk show host.
Okay.
It's going to be an unrelentingly positive segment.
Oh, good.
No more humiliations, no more failures, no more rising from the ashes.
Yes.
Pure glory.
Wow. Let's get to that. That would be nice.